Welcome to Watch Mojo.
What the fuck is this?
And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst video games of
Ew.
2025.
You're right.
Shout out Mind's Eye.
I didn't think this thing through.
Number 10, Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, W Nintendo making the list. That being said, this game really ain't that bad, bro. It really ain't that bad. It just shouldn't have cost money.
Welcome
This is like making a worse Wii Sports and charging money for it.
Tour.
That should just come with the console, bro.
Is Welcome Tour a terrible game? Not entirely. For $10, what you get is a tech demo that showcases all of the different things your Switch 2 can do.
You had to pay for the tour? Yes. Nintendo wasn't even going to make Wii Sports for free. Nintendo doesn't believe in giving away their games for free. They had to be convinced crazy to do that shit in the first place. That's why their games never drop prices. Like, their shit never goes on sale. Their games will be 10 years old and still cost $60.
How the console's different features work. It's somewhat educational.
Why do you think I don't buy games anymore, man?
That's really as interesting as it gets for the entire hour or two you spend on this, which is why we're putting it on the list.
Yeah,
The minigames
no, W
themselves
reason.
are super basic and just plain boring overall. Nintendo, did you guys really need the $10 that badly?
They didn't,
for
bro.
a game that no one is going to revisit.
I'm a
after
free-to-play
launch
nigga.
week,
Yeah,
let
nah.
alone after they first played.
It's
the
getting
game.
rough out here,
Who
man.
do you owe money to, guys? Huh? Who's
And I'm
for
glad I
you?
got a bunch of
Number
games out
9,
these days that I want to
Neptunia
play, but it's
Riders
like...
versus Dogoos.
Oh, buddy.
My name is Uzume Tenoboshi. I have no idea where I am or why I'm being chased by dogoos.
The Neptunia games are generally fine if you like goofy anime
This is
centered
some
around
bullshit.
video games and waifus that represent plastic boxes. But Neptunia Riders vs. Dogoos is not a good representation of the IP.
Ass.
To its credit, it does have interesting ideas with customizing your bike to aid in your dogoo capturing antics.
Played Overwatch and
Ultimately,
niggas kept trying
though,
to counter
it
and mirror my
falls
tank,
flat
and I
on
still
its
have to
face.
cook up.
The gameplay is super mundane, and it
I'm
never
hoping
gets
that
anything
on
imaginative beyond
Wednesday
the
when they
bike.
show off that
Before you
big,
know it,
like,
the game is over in just a couple of short hours. Maybe we need to just
Big,
stick to the RPGs, guys.
You're planning to harm my precious dogoos, aren't you?
like conference or whatever they call it.
Number
The
8.
Spotlight
Tales of the Shire.
that they do
The
something about the
Lord of
countering.
Rings
If they
game.
can do anything about it, I'd appreciate it.
No, I
Just
did not
outplay me,
mispronounce
nigga,
that.
or get
That is
bodied.
actually what the game is called. On paper, a game like Tales of the Shire sounds super appealing. Rather than another war-fueled story we've experienced in several other Lord of the Rings games, we can experience the quiet, calm life of a hobbit. Thing is that Tales of the Shire is too quiet and too calm. There isn't much to do outside of cooking, fishing, and foraging. The world feels totally void of landmarks and life, and it's a wonder how technically unstable the game is. The footage you're seeing here, this is on a PS5. It does not run great. This should have been a sleeper hit, but man, the stink on Lord of the Rings is getting really, really rancid now. Number 7, Captain Blood.
I've never even heard of this. Damn, little ass nigga. Oh, buddy, the slow-mo. They thought they
The
cooked.
reason Captain Blood was never released
Ew.
way back in the mid-2000s like it was supposed to is because of legal problems, forcing the game to be shelved for the next 20 or so years.
So they just
Well,
released it?
It finally launched in 2025, and you know, maybe it should have stayed as Vaporware.
Oh, buddy.
Captain Blood is essentially God of War at home with a pirate. It's not amusing in the slightest.
God of War
The pacing
at
between
home.
missions and story beats is all over the place, and the combat is super dull even after unlocking
That
the
shit
majority of
looks
abilities.
kinda booty
If you were
even
looking
for,
something
like,
that looks and
PS3.
feels archaic in design and visuals.
Gotta get that
maybe
B-Day
you
money
didn't
to buy
mind
more
Captain Blood.
games.
However, this is
They gonna
definitely
go for that
a game
game.
that is mediocre
Go for that
at
money
best,
fast as fuck, trying to keep up with games in
obnoxiously
2026,
milquetoast at
man.
worst. Number 6, Tron Catalyst.
I didn't even know
think
Tron came out with a
illegal
game this
is a
year.
line I've already crossed program. But how do you know this stuff?
Developer Bithell Games saw some success in its first attempt at a Tron video game with 2023's Tron Identity. Tron Catalyst is the follow-up to that, and we're not exactly sure what happened with this one. Light cycles are frustrating to control.
Also, Tron had an L last year, bro. What you mean you made a trash-ass game and movie?
Pushing the same button over and over again.
The worst part is Tron always comes out with shit after like 10, 15 years. And then it's ass. Niggas come back to make some booty. I kind of respect it.
One would have hoped there'd be something to make Tron's virtual world somewhat captivating. Alas, that is not the case. This IP deserves better, man. Number 5, Tamagotchi Plaza.
What the fuck is this?
The Switch 2's launch month was a good time to remind people why Tamagotchis were so much fun to have way back when. Millennials likely got suckered into Tamagotchi Plaza only to find a game that demanded way too much money for such a tedious experience. Hope you like minigames because that's all there is to this game. As a shopkeeper, you will play the same handful of basic minigames for minute rewards to improve your store's capabilities. And get this, there are no tutorials to guide you through these minigames. You're just gonna have to play and figure them out for yourself. Good luck! Number 4, Terrifier, the arcade game.
I'm nothing.
A Terrifier video game sounds like an exciting idea, until you stop and ask, what exactly does a Terrifier game even look like? According to developer Relevo, it's just another 2D beat-em-up, which we've seen an influx of in recent years. What makes this insulting to fans, though, is how just lazily cobbled together it is. Combat is nothing more than mashing the same button while occasionally finishing off enemies, and none of it feels good to pull off either. Not even the Viscera matches up remotely interesting in any way, shape, or form. To make matters worse, your only dialogue choices ever seem to be either act super shy and stupid, or be an obnoxious and creepy flirt. It's a game that
buddy.
puts you in a weird conversation as Misaki gets belittled for her less than voluptuous assets for the umpteenth time. What the hell is
brother.
this game, dude?
お待たせ、オーナー。どうかな
Number 2,
Hey, hold on.
Call of Duty
That game might not be
Black
that
Ops
bad. Hold on.
Investigate that toxin and find out what the guild's plans are.
As if the ugly side of gaming couldn't get any weirder in 2025, Call of Duty decided to jump an even bigger shark than they did with the whole space thing in Ghost.
Hold on
Black
now.
Ops 7 is loaded with so many moments that are frustrating
Maybe we're
and
mistaken.
confusing as the campaign goes full MCU with its nonsense.
Not
Plot
MCU.
meanders around as you bounce in and out of old
I hate
missions from
that
previous
Marvel has
games,
just
with some of
become the
most
biggest
absurd
laughing
boss
stock. I
fights
gotta
in the
start watching that new
franchise's
show though.
history.
That new show
As for
that
the
came
multiplayer,
out, they say it's
the
pretty
AI
gas.
art that plagues the in-game store is just absolutely disgusting. Granted, Call of Duty hasn't been respecting players for well over a decade, arguably longer than that, but we didn't ever think it would stoop this low.
Before we continue, be sure to
Call of
subscribe
Duty
to
being
our
this high on the
channel
list is
and
so
ring the
tragic.
bell to get notified
I feel like they
about
just
our
made a game that
latest
people liked not that long ago
videos. You
too.
have the option to be notified to your settings and
Chill out.
Number 1.
I was gonna say it has to be
Man's Eye.
Man's Eye. Has to be.
Yeah, man.
Damn, man. You made it.
Yeah.
Even after the weird blights we've seen this year, Mind's Eye will forever be the worst game we played throughout 2025. Directed and co-written by ex-GTA producer
Where was
Leslie
Dragon
Benzies,
Age?
Mind's
Dragon Age
Eye
wasn't
delivers
2025,
a
was it?
haphazardly thrown together
that was
story
2024.
with a broken technical mess of a game that relies way too heavily on user-generated content. Expect AAA levels of quality.
Yeah, it was October
from lazily
31st.
Implemented motion blur,
October
dumb as bricks
31st,
AI that can't
2024.
shoot for shit, and vehicle physics.
It was
that allow
25?
the tiniest
I'll say, I
part
remember seeing
to
it on
send you
last year's
flipping
list.
And spinning out of control. Following this awful launch came leaks about how mismanaged the entire game was by both Benzies and his fellow executives. To make matters worse, Both Benzies and his executives spent an extensive amount of time.
That
trying
being
to
said,
discredit
hey,
outlets over their coverage of
they put
Mind's
in
Eye,
Dragon
claiming
Age.
that saboteurs were trying to ruin his
Get my
credibility
Nintendo game off
before
there.
the game was even out. To call this entire thing a circus is a severe understatement.
Good looking out, man.
Yeah, I was gonna play this game and I didn't feel like.
Did you fall victim to any
Actually
of these
play it.
underbaked games? Let us know.
I was. Y'all would have got mad at me, cause never mind, y'all probably would have liked it, cause I wouldn't have had fun. It's a certain level of booty. It was too much.